Ladies and gentlemen, kumusta kayungan? I hope that everyone is doing well. Welcome to our 5th AGA Power of 2 Career Talk. Okay. What is going on here? Is that Captain Kirk? What is going on here? Could you tell Captain Kirk, William Shatner, to be quiet? I'm doing a presentation here. Jeez, let him know that. Let him know that his show has been canceled a long time ago. Okay, and this is Star Trek: The Next Generation. All right, not the old Star Trek. All right. Thank you. Wow. Also tell him that Priceline called and they want their money back. Okay. Anyway, where was I before I was rudely interrupted? Now on the serious side, and let's go back to career talk, okay? Well, you young men and women are the reason why I'm here today doing this presentation. My goal is to provide you a pathway, a guidance, and hopefully a clear understanding of various careers in the field of computer technology. If this is a career that interests you, then I am here to help you out. To be honest with you, I am one that does not enjoy public speaking, but for you, I'm doing this today as a payback to our school and to our teachers that have been instrumental to my personal and professional growth. It is my way of paying forward, and I am hoping that you would do the same thing when you're able and in a position to do so, okay? First and foremost, thank you all to the teachers. Thank you for all your services. Where will we be without you, okay? Kudos to the teachers, and thank you for your services. My mom is Celestina Vicencio. She is an educator and a scholar, and before we moved to the States, she was the principal at Concepcion South Elementary School, and because of this, I hold teachers close and dear to my heart. Okay? Love you, Mom. So who am I? My given name is Joselito Roberto Vicencio, but after moving to the States in 1976 and starting my professional career, I changed it to Robert Vicencio. And there's a very good reason to that, actually. You see, when I was applying for my first professional job in computer technology, it was a challenge. It took me a while to get an interview and secure a job. Initially, when I was applying for a job, I used Joselito Roberto Vicencio on my resume. I was not getting any calls for interviews. I soon realized that my name might have something to do with that, so I decided to change it to Robert Vicencio on my resume. Anyway, sure enough, after I changed my name on my resume, I received interviews on jobs that I applied for. So, well, in short, my social experiment worked and confirmed my beliefs that my name was maybe too ethnic for some of the people in the States, and that was my first subtle experience of discrimination. Okay, it is wrong, but it does exist. Lessons learned from that is sometimes you have to do what you need to do to get someone to open the door for you. So you'll have the opportunity to change their mind by proving yourself in the process and being successful. Okay. The other lesson to that is if you are planning on migrating to the United States, you might think about giving your children a name that suits them well where you are. Okay. And trust me, they will thank you. They will thank you for that. All right. Anyway, I am Robert Vicencio of Batch 77, and I work currently as a systems engineer for Sutter Health Network. It is one of the largest healthcare system in San Francisco Bay Area. And in my previous job, I worked at Stanford University Hospital, Lucille Packard Children's Hospital, Santa Clara Medical Center, Washington Hospital, the city of San Francisco. But you're probably wondering right now, like, why so many jobs and why mostly in healthcare? Well, believe it or not, there is a method to my madness. For 20 years, I worked as an IT consultant and there are pros and cons of being a consultant. The salary of a consultant is usually much higher than an FTE. FTE means full-time employee. The reason to that is because a consultant is a temporary employee and does not get the benefits as an FTE, meaning the company does not pay for your medical, dental, paid time off like vacation days, sick days, holidays, life insurance and retirement benefits. But since I am married, I decided to be a consultant where I can make more money. My wife worked full-time and had the medical, dental, and all the other benefits that I mentioned, which covered me as well. So it is true that consultants make more money, but the caveat or warning to that is being a consultant, once the project you are hard to do is over, you will have gaps in your employment. So you better save and manage your finances well in case there is a long gap before the next job. All right. I work mostly in the healthcare industry because I realize that it is the most secured industry. In bad times or in good times, there will always be a high demand in healthcare careers, and especially in bad times, as more people get sick in bad times, right? Makes sense, right? Okay. During the pandemic, a lot of industries laid off workers, but not in healthcare. We had no layoffs in our hospital. So you might want to make note of that when choosing a field or industry to go to. Yes, healthcare field is a good field to be in. Okay. I have pretty much done everything in computer technology with respect to support of information technology infrastructure. I started out my career as a field technician in IT. Thereafter became a help desk technician, then a desktop support engineer, and then got promoted to desktop support supervisor. After that, I became a project manager as a consultant, managing the planning and deployment of electronic medical records, doing projects in different hospitals in California and North Dakota. I also work as a server and messaging manager in the IT field for the city of San Francisco, and I am currently, right now, a systems engineer for Sutter Health Hospital. Okay, so with regards to my education and training, let me just provide you a brief summary, okay? So I left Holy Spirit Academy in 1976 at the end of my junior year to move to New York City with my family. I remembered being sad to leave behind my friends, relatives, and my girlfriend, but at the same time excited to move to a place that I've only seen on television, and I was looking forward to new experiences. After arriving in New York, my parents quickly enrolled me to the local high school. On the entrance exam, they tested me in math, English, and science, and to my surprise, I passed the level to be 12th grader. I was supposed to be in 10th grade, which is a senior high school in the Philippines, but needless to say, I did not complain and went ahead to be a 12th grader and skipped 2 years of high school in the US. I graduated at Richmond Hill High School in Queens, New York, and thereafter got accepted at York College. Initially, I majored in medical technology upon the advice of a relative who is a medical technician, but I quickly realized that it was not what I wanted to do, So I switched over to computer science and studied that for about a year and realized again that computer programming was not for me. During my indecision, I ran into a family friend, luckily, and I was telling her that I did not find computer programming enjoyable, and she asked me if I enjoyed building and fixing things. Well, she asked the right question at the right moment, as this led me to where I am now as a systems engineer. I consider myself mechanically inclined and enjoy working on cars and electronics. So with this enlightenment, my friend suggested, why not try to be a computer technician? Well, I did just that, and the rest is history here today. Okay, I am ITIL version 3 certified. ITIL stands for Information Technology Infrastructure Library. It is a library or framework of best practices for managing IT services. I am also an MCP, which stands for a Microsoft Certified Professional. An MCP is a person who has successfully completed a professional information technology training for Microsoft products such as Windows operating systems through a certification from Microsoft. I also took the training for a PMP certification. PMP stands for Project Management Professional. It is an internationally recognized professional designation offered by the Project Management Institute. You see, here in the US, certification are just as important as a degree, if not more important. Basically, what that translates to is certification equals opportunity for equals better opportunities and higher pay. So the more certification you have, the more marketable you are. Okay, so I suggest you get those certifications. Well, enough about me, and let's talk about what is in it for you. Okay, most of you are probably in a confusing stage of your life of really not knowing what career to pursue at this time. I have been there, and as I mentioned earlier, and made mistakes in my earlier choices because I listened to people advice which was good for them but not necessarily good for me. You will get different advices from your family, teachers, friends, and relatives, and I'm sure that they mean well and have the best interests for you. My advice to my children, which I will share with you, is to do something that you love and enjoy doing, okay? And if you do that, you will have not to work a day in your life. Enjoying what you do is not work, okay? And that you can do forever successfully with no regrets, all right? Now, if your interest is in computer technology, please continue watching this presentation, as I will try to my best to guide you and hopefully provide some helpful advice to your decision making in the future. Okay. In the old days, right? In order for someone to make good money for a living, you would have to be either born rich, be a doctor, or be a lawyer, or a drug dealer. Well, maybe not a drug dealer. Forget about that, okay? Well, now it's a different world now. Computer technology and computer science have created high-paying jobs that are sustainable and have the highest growth, actually. Smart is the new rich now, okay? Smart is the new rich, okay? If you are poor but smart and invested into higher education and training, such as computer technology or computer science, you can change your financial status favorably on your side in a short period of time. Education and experience in the right field is an equalizer regardless of your status. Be a student of life. Never stop learning, and you will be rich in so many ways. Trust me on that, okay? Now, let's talk about the career path in computer technology, okay? Computer technology is basically the service management of information systems, which entails the build, support, and maintenance of servers, PCs, laptops, mobile devices, printers, other peripherals, network switches and routers, network cabling, and the telecommunication devices. All right. So here we go. So without further ado, let's dive into computer technology. Shall we? Okay. So here we go. Stand by.
Welcome to Computer Technology Track. Let's go at it, shall we? There are 4 key positions in the technical support of computer technology infrastructure. They are computer network engineer, system or server engineer, desktop engineer, and help desk engineer. From each respective position, you can move up to a supervisor or a manager. Let's get into some of the details for each of this position, okay? Let's start with the help desk analyst. The help desk analyst salary range for this position is from $35,000 to $60,000 a year, and this is based on U.S. standards, by the way, okay? Some of the requirements are at least 1 year of computer hardware, computer technical school graduate or related experience, help desk experience in IT system support, experience or familiarity with Active Directory, MS Office proficiency. MS Office is your Microsoft Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint, that kind of a thing, you know. The other requirements are CompTIA A+ certification. This is a certification for hardware and software proficiency. It also involves customer service experience, as well as most of these jobs, they require effective oral and written communication skills. All right. Help desk analyst is usually the entry-level position and does not require a whole lot of experience. It is a good starting point to a career in a technical support position. This is the first line of support, and it is who the end user or customer calls when they have issues or requests with regards to systems and applications. Some of the responsibilities are creating user accounts, password reset, unlocking network accounts, creating incident tickets, and assigning them to the proper technical teams. Basically, it's a call center job. That's what it is. Okay. The next one is a desktop engineer. The desktop engineer salary range for the desktop engineer is from $45,000 to $80,000 a year. Some of the requirements are at least 1 year of computer hardware experience, a degree in computer technology or technical school graduate in a related field, knowledge of Windows operating system, which is your Windows 7 or Windows 10 operating system. iOS is the operating system for Apple, as well as proficiency in Microsoft Office and Active Directory. Some help desk experience in IT system support is a big plus. Again, CompTIA A+ certification is required. ITIL certification is a big plus. ITIL stands for Information Technology Infrastructure Library. Customer service experience again is a requirement, as well as the effective oral and communication skills. Next in line is the system or server engineer. The salary goes pretty high up on this position, and the range is from $60,000 to $110,000 a year. Computer hardware experience, you need at least 5 years for this position. A degree in computer science or technical school graduate in a related field. Database administration is required, as well as SQL, C++, Visual Basic, Windows Server, Microsoft Exchange experience, Unix, Linux, and desktop operating systems are some of the requirements that is needed for this position, as well as 5 years of full-time progressive experience in IT support, 2 years of experience in local area network, as well as CompTIA certification, CompTIA server certification. ITIL certification is a big plus, and again, effective oral and communication skill is required. This position is a customer-facing position. It's not a customer facing position, I should say. Most of the work is done on the back end. This one is a critical position in information technology, as the server and it are the engine that holds the enterprise operating system, databases, email systems, and applications. You need a high-level technical skill and training for this position. Most of these server engineers that I know used to be desktop engineers, and that is where they gained their training from, because as a desktop engineer you pretty much get to do servers and as well as a network responsibility. So that is where you learn the most, and that is usually the progression from desktop engineer to systems engineer. Now the last position, which is I consider this one of the highest position in networks in technical support. It is the network engineer. The salary range is from $70,000 to $130,000 a year, and it's a very good salary. It's a very sought-of position. So of course, the salary ranges vary widely depending on many important factors such as education, certification, and skills. The candidate profile for this position, usually you have to be analytic, logical, critical thinker, resourceful, self-sufficient, but works well in a team environment, and you're able to handle a stressful situation for this position. Some of the requirements are similar to the server engineer, which is at least 5 years of computer hardware, a degree in computer science or technical school, 5 years of local area network, 5 years of full-time progressive experience in IT system support. And this is the CCNA. This is the certified Cisco Certified Network Associate certification, which is basically the standard for networking. Again, CompTIA A+ certification is required, as well as ITIL certified is a big plus, and effective at oral and written communications skills. The network engineers, similar to the server engineer, is as I said, is a very critical position and has a high visibility. If you are a network engineer, most managers and C-level employee knows you. It is a critical position because if the network goes down, everyone is affected, and all eyes are on you to fix the problem and restore service. It requires a very high level of technical skills and a demeanor that is calm under pressure. This is the reason why they get paid very handsomely. So to be clear, okay, what I have discussed so far is computer technology and not computer science. Computer science is totally different. I will not cover computer science in detail as it is not my expertise. I will leave that to someone else who has actually worked in that field. Okay, so but just a short overview. Computer science is more on the software engineering side, like a computer programmer, an application or a game builder or a coder or a systems analyst. You know, if you enjoy writing software or analyzing codes, then this may be a good career for you. The salary for, in this field in computer science is just as good as the salaries in a computer technology, if not even better. You know, so to close, I just want to leave you with some very effective way of thinking, which helped me personally and professionally. I call it structured thinking, and this has helped me out quite a bit in the past to be organized in the way I think about life in general or my profession. In order to be successful, you have to set goals, okay? And once you set your goals, you find somebody, do your research and find someone who is successful at what you want to accomplish and learn about them, okay? And then create a plan for your goal. Why? Because those who fail to plan plan to fail. Okay, so always plan your agenda, and after that, apply MDF. MDF is mindset, discipline, and focus. This is probably the most important thing. This is the key to be successful in anything that you do. Okay, an example is, let's say my goal is I want to be a good basketball player. Okay, what do? I do research on my favorite player, Michael Jordan. Why? Because he's a champion and he's very successful. And all I have to do is just study what his habits are, create a plan for my goal, right? And apply the same mindset, discipline, and focus that Michael Jordan has. If you do that, and if you don't get thrown off track, you will be successful. And like I said, you could apply this mantra into anything, whether it's professional or personal, that pertains to you. Okay, so with that said, I'm gonna close, and if you have any questions, my email's right there. It's mdfmentor@gmail.com. Feel free to send me an email, and I will try to respond to you as soon as I can. All right. With that said, I wish you good luck in your future. God bless, and make us proud, okay? Make us proud. Peace.
There you go! Grades 10 and 12. That's our career talk for you. Ako, may personal favorite ako, yung strand. Kasi doon ako galing. I am a social sciences major. I have a major in social anthropology and a minor in psychology. Back in high school, I really didn't have any idea of what those were about. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng anthropology, diba? So, but then I was able to pursue it, and now I'm doing HR and culture work for the company I'm working for. So we hope that you found value in today's talk. You picked up very good lessons and tips from our Career Talk speakers. So, Brian?
Yes, that's a great backgrounder coming from you, Sheila, and that's good to know. I myself found value into this career talk, that how I wish we had during our time. Grades 10 and 12, if you have at least heed 3 good things for yourself, then we did a great job, right?
Yes, just 3 good things that you learned from the career talk. And we encourage you to actually comment on the official alumni Facebook page on what those 3 great things are. Kahit 1 or 2, okay, better kung 3, para we know that you really found value in today's career talk. So, let our alumni know what you actually picked up, from their talks today, what actually helped you, anything that gave you, some clarity on what they shared one way or another, just put it there in our Facebook page.
All right, so it's time to say goodbye to all of you, but this is just the beginning of our getting to know you all as future fellow alumni and alumnae.
We are all rooting for your success in life and in whatever career choice you will pick. You have the power of choice. What we gave you here are options to have you some idea on what to pursue. Make that choice and be wise. Brian?
Please continue to be active and be part of all of our future alumni activities. That's one way that we will be able to see or hear from you on how you're doing with your career choice.
So that is it for our day 2. Bye for now, and we hope to see you next during our 6th annual Grand Alumni Homecoming.
Or AGAH5's for short, grades 10 and 12. The best of luck to everyone.
Bye guys, thank you!
Bye!